It's time for This Week in Review on Trin Globe Media, hosted by Kiegs. Island Crashers Weekend was a huge success, except for one man who decided to take the name all too literal and sent his vehicle through a brick wall.
You should be at when you alone can be so stupid, you can help.
Now we all know Dennis Sprangalang Hall for his jokes, but this week he was in no joking mood and found himself very serious at the hospital.
As an outsider, you should be proud to be a human being.
The West Indies cricket team has finally won nothing except for one game against Afghanistan. As bad as things are, they reminded us that things can always be worse, as the Windies sit not last, but just second to last on the ICC World Cup table. In a strange turn of events, an Abouds was arrested for being in possession of marijuana, and a Cedric Burke was arrested for being in possession of money. Gone are the days when a man flying past you on the highway was just a metaphor. We really need to find a way to get drivers to slow down on the nation's roads. Maybe a billboard will help. They might have majority airplay on our nation's radio waves, and up to recently, their carnival was even compared to ours. But we've taken a stand against Jamaica encroaching in spaces that should be dedicated to our local content by restricting them where it matters most: condensed milk. A not-so-slight mix-up at Mount Hope resulted in the wrong family being informed that their relative had died. The family that would have prematurely started fighting each other for land, and the family that is now set to start fighting each other for land, were both severely traumatized.
This is my land. What permission you have to come on my land?
Rudal Moonilal, of all people, surprised us this week. The man had a valuable contribution to be made in Parliament. Finally, putting Trinidad and Tobago first, he decided to tape his lips shut. That brings us to the end of this week's stories. Thank you for tuning in once again. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Trin Globe Media and at Hosted by Kiegs. And see you next week for another episode of This Week in Review.